Hello everyone, this is Belle from Angels and Dragons Art. It is evening here in Western Australia. I'm not too sure exactly, and hopefully I've got my phone in the correct position today. And again, I'm bumping my lovely desk with my chair. And again, I have not seen the dirt. I just cleaned this off and already I've got dirt on it. I swear, I take dirt off and dog hair goes straight back on. I don't use this mat very often. This is usually for silicone. I make silicone molds, which is very, 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 very rare. Yes, you can see my hands. Oh, good. Today we are going to try to make polymer clay roses and stuff with polymer clay. Never made polymer clay roses, so let's see how we go. I got this way of doing it as a link, well, as a way of doing it via another form, and it was done through using very thin paint. You get like mixed acrylic paint and you put it on a silicone mat, wait till it dries, and then you get something similar to this or a cutout of one of these, and then you go through and you divide and cut and divide and cut. And yeah, it's hard to explain it, but yeah, it's supposed to go from 6 down to 5, down to 4, 3, 2, and then 1, and then just add on to each other. So we'll see how we go. And right now I am adding, and I didn't even know I had that still on there. Yeah, I do polymer clay, so I'm going to try adding different colours. And I will be back, unless I can get one of my kids to do it. I'll be back in a minute. Sorry, I tend to like having water when I do polymer clay, so I can add this to it. Most of my tools that I have are actually my mum's from when she used to do, back when I was a child, cake decorating. So it's one of those ones where she passed them on to me thinking that I'd do cake decorating, or because I used to like doing baking and stuff. And yeah, unfortunately I never got into it as much as she did. She was really good at that kind of stuff, and everyone hates my cooking. The amount of times that I've had people tell me, maybe you should think about doing something else. So I use them instead for doing my resin and stuff. My brother will probably kick my ass over using them, but I use them to make my key rings. So I put them in the key stuff into making the molds for my key rings. It's a lot quieter tonight than what it normally is. I'm hoping it'll stay that way. And the music started. You think it's going to be nice and quiet, and then the music starts. If the roses don't turn out, I've got other plans. Kind of. I've always got something planned with this because I like to make key rings with polymer clay. And yes, it's going to, I'd hate to say this, make this rock a bit. So yes, you'll see a lot of rocking. I don't have a pasta machine, unfortunately. I know a lot of people with polymer clay have those lovely little wind up or even electric pasta machines that they use. Not into it. I think you can get them for like $30, the wind up ones. But it's like, why spend that kind of money if you're not going to use it very often? Bloody dog hair. My dogs may have short hair, but they leave it everywhere. And I know that they say that dogs with short hair, yeah, I said it about you, Kai. He's on my bed. They have the most hair that comes out. Let's just cut that in half. Put that over there for a minute. Oh my God. You think you got it all? And it turns out, no, it just comes out of everywhere. Every nook and cranny. How many times do I have to clean this damn thing? Bye. Bye. May not have enough of that, so I might use this lovely little set. I think it was Temu. Yeah, it was on Temu. So I might see if this will work. So we'll go see exactly how much we can use, and of course one piece has to do that, doesn't it? Always keep this stuff, though I'm going to use it again anyway. But if you have any leftovers, always use it. I know a lot of those that use polymer clay have like glass or resin rolling pins, but honestly they're so expensive. Why can't I just use a plain little wooden one? Does the exact same job. just as good. And I use these acrylic blocks that are like, they're clear, just like the rolling pins. And it's like, well, I've got the wood one, so I might as well use it. Alright, so put that there. So supposedly, I say supposedly, and I might just lean over and grab these, because you're supposed to use some of this type thing. Where are we? You have one of these, then you cut out like a section, so you only have one, then you cut out, hopefully you can see what I'm doing, yep. So I don't think you've seen a lot of what I've been doing. Take a 2 section off, and then you take a 3 section. Now, around one of these, you're supposed to put the 6 in first, then the 5. Yes, it's very uneven. Then the 4. The 3. The 2. And then the 1. And go up from, oops, well, it's still on there. Go up from there. To make the rows. But at the same time, like still curling it up. I somehow have connected it all together. Yeah, you can kind of get the gist. It's supposed to all be disconnected, not connected. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing. Sorry if I've grabbed it every now and again, grabbed it and pulled it to myself. Yeah, supposed to pull it back, and yeah, it's supposed to stay on like a piece of wood. This is supposed to make like a pretty little rose. I think it sort of makes like a pretty little flower to a degree. Don't know about rose. But in some ways it looks more like junk. I'm sorry, but it looks more like junk. Yeah, no. That looks nice. I can do something with that. As long as I can get rid of that. Again. So, I'll just add that to that. That I can add to. But I can't. No. Sorry to say. I cannot do anything with what I just did. No, the rose part, not going to even try again. If anyone else knows how to do it, go for it. We can try it. I've tried doing it with the acrylic paint. It did not work out. And yeah, go for it trying it. If you can do it, I'd love to see it. I really would. Okay, but I'm going to make some lovely little keyrings. Doesn't take much to make these little flowers like this. You can even make them into earrings, but I don't think so. Unless the 80s have come back and the earrings are flamboyant like that again. I don't think so. But then again, I don't know. I'm 46. I don't leave the house very often. I don't see that kind of flamboyance anymore. And this is sort of connected up. So I'll just do this. And we'll do something else with this in a minute. I'll do choppy for this one. I could have done this tomorrow and done a video on it tomorrow, but putting it in the oven when there's supposed to be a heat wave, I don't think so. That's not such a good idea. Take it from me. Usually when there's a heat wave, the last thing you want to do is cook. So even just, you know, putting something on the stove is like, I don't want to do that. good thing about all the wet clay, they don't need to be made in, you know, anything added to them. It's only when they're dry clay that you have to add stuff to them. Okay, so I'll put this choppy over here, and I will add this. And this tile. This over here. Move this over here. Oh, so little room to move. These tiles that I have, got to clean them again. These ones here, they cost me $1 at Bunnings. They're in the what do you call it? The you know, they're getting rid of them section of the tile section of Bunnings. So I thought, might as well get them while I can. I think go for that colour. Unfortunately, go for white. Don't really like white, but oops, already got white. This. And what other colour can I go for? There. Kai. Oi. Kai. Thank you. Ah, that dog. Love him, but he's got this thing about cleaning himself a lot. Whenever I'm doing something, it's like he won't clean himself any other time, but when I'm doing something, he'll clean himself. If I'm concentrating on something, he'll clean himself. And he's doing it again. You know, I can be watching TV, won't clean himself. I can be just, you know, relaxing, sleeping, or trying to sleep. He won't clean himself. But the moment I start concentrating on something, he starts cleaning himself. Sorry about the rustling of the plastic and that. Most of these I haven't opened. I got most of these from Kmart. Yeah, Kmart in Western Australia, and oh, which one was it? Armidale Shopping Centre. Ah. It was like the last, they had like a big 24 pack of these. And then there was a couple of small packs with about 8 in them. I thought they were pretty good. They didn't cost that much either. So I thought, stuff it, get them while I can. Up until about 6 months ago, I'd never even heard of polymer clay. And it's actually quite good. Sorry, just checking to see if it was still recording. Okay, so I'm gonna do that and that. And mix these two together for a minute. like, Kai, thank you. Stop looking at me like, what am I doing wrong? I'm not doing anything wrong. Ugh. I think it's Claiborne or something her name is, she goes by on her YouTube channel. She does all these different types of stones, faux stones. She's amazing what she does. And thinking outside the box. I don't know if she still has a channel, like she still does any. I haven't found any of the new stuff, only the old stuff. But she's really good too. Okay, got that one there. Sorry if I'm taking so long, but I like to add some colours together. I don't know, should have wiped my hands before adding those two together. Sometimes you can get like a completely different colour if you add two together, or a lighter colour, like with this one, like the white with this. See how it's changing colour? So it just gives it a nice colour. You know, just see it. Usually you do this kind of thing in the pasta machines. You go over and over and over again. But I find it's also really therapeutic doing it with your hands. If you can do it with your hands, do it, because it just really, really helps. You know, if you're really angry, or you're sad, or you've got, you know, just something's on your mind, you can just go through and just, you know, add that feeling, that's feeling like, okay, how do I want to feel? You know, what's going on? I'll just add a bit of this to it. Yeah, you can do that. You can get that feeling. You know, it is a kind of, how can I put it? Art therapy. Because you're literally going through dealing with your stresses. Because, you know, it's stress relief in some ways. And it's a great way to also, like, if you did this, you can do this with your little kids. That's great. You can say to your kids, you know, look, let's sit down and do this. And, you know, get your little kids getting involved, and they can make themselves something. You know, if you've got a birthday coming up for, say, an auntie or an uncle, even a grandparent, and they like, you know, homemade stuff. I know some people have gone off the whole homemade stuff, you know, it's, oh, I'd rather have something expensive that's been bought for me type crap. Sorry, but it's true. that whole idea, it just really annoys me. But, you know, it's what people are like nowadays. We all know how people have gotten very self-centered and materialistic. And, you know, you can always, you know, for those that aren't like that, you can always make something for them. You can always make something, you can always give them something, you know, it's really, you know, bugs, I swear. Nighttime's the time for bugs now. But yeah, you can really just make something really nice for them. And it'll just be something that's just, you know, you and your kids have created, especially if you're a mum and, you know, you can't afford, you know, if you're a single mum, you know, you can't afford to be paying out such excruciating amounts of money, you know, to, you know, all these, for all these presents and stuff. I know, I've been there, done that, you know, I've got the tacky t-shirt that goes with it. It just is excruciating, the amount of money that you have to spend out on people. It's just, you know, you got your kids to think about, and, you know, you got their school fees, you've got little ones, you got the nappies, the pull-ups, you know, you've got your doctor's fee, medications. Oh, if you've got to put them in childcare and you're working, you've got to do that. It's a lot. And if there's anything wrong with them, you know, you've got your bus fares or your, you know, your registration for your car, your petrol, your insurances, if you can afford to pay for insurances for your car, you've got all that to do. It's just really intense. And, you know, by the end of it, it's just like, you know, once you've paid out for food and all your bills, your electricity, your gas, your telephone, your internet, your water, if you're paying rent or your mortgage, you know, once you've paid everything, any clothes, shoes, the lot, you know, and then you've got to pay for also like health insurance or ambulance insurance. I can't afford an ambulance insurance at the moment because it's not ambulance insurance anymore here in Western Australia. You used to be able to, when my kids were little, well, the eldest ones were little, just ambulance insurance. That's only in the bush now. Now it's just you pay for extras cover. And that's like between $36 and $50 a week. I can't afford that. Not for a family. It's like, how the hell am I supposed to pay that? You know, and it goes up. Yeah, it helps with dental and that, but it's still expensive. It is still expensive. You don't realize just how expensive it is. And it's just amazing. You know, I'm on a pension and I'm a carer for the eldest son. And I'm also declared as my ex's partner because Centrelink won't class us as anything less. And I'm also, because we live in the same house, his house, and I'm also, you know, full-time mum to my younger son, who's a teenager, and we don't get that much money, you know, and it's like the cost of living is amazing. You know, and I want to start a business because I know that when my the ex-partner passes, I ain't going to have that kind of money just rolling around, and I ain't going to get the pensions still. It's just, I'm going to have to look for work. I'm going to have to look for all sorts of things. I'm going to have to make my own way. It's just amazing. The government does not look at people and their lives or the future. They say years ago, the saying was that the ordinary person was the one who could run the country, not the politicians, because the politicians didn't know how to run the country. They were too rich, and they were a learned person. And a learned person, you can't teach a learned person. And honestly, I completely agree. And we're still going, aren't we? Wow. So now we go on to the next phase. Now, here we go. So now we chop some of these up. I'm going to see how these all go being chopped up. I do like the look of that. All nicely. Yeah. Look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Don't really want to do anything to it, but sorry to say, things are going to get done to it. They might end up being pendants. I don't know. And yes, this damn stuff is sticking to me. Silicone has a thing about sticking. Especially to me, for whatever reason. And yes, this is a baking silicone mat. I did actually originally buy it, so I was going to teach my youngest son how to bake. But then he decided he didn't want to learn how to bake. He likes the idea of cooking, not actually baking. So that kind of went out the window. Okay, now we go for this one. I'm going to chop it a bit more. I have no idea what the eldest son is watching. Seems to be a comedy of some sort. It's either on Netflix or YouTube. It's either American or Australian. Lately I've been watching horror movies that are, well, some are pretty strange. Some are right out there. Oh, look at that. Doesn't that look cool? And some have been from 1950s and 30s. Bela Lugosi and, you know, all those greats. Vincent Price and Christopher Lee, my favourite. They are quintessential, my favourite actors. And knowing that Christopher Lee did a heavy metal album, how could you not see him as being one of the best. Yeah. It wasn't just in Lord of the Rings. He was Dracula. Alright, so which one am I going to do this to? I think I'll put it in here. Move this over here. Same with this. Same with this. Just add this to it. Yes, I'm going to be adding additives to these. Sometimes when you add the additives, it comes out a lot nicer. And that was not supposed to be connected back together like that, but it did. So we'll see how we go and see what we get. Oops. Not my best of moments at times, but we'll see how we go. So I don't know what these colours are, honestly. I got them from Temu like a couple of years back, around a year back, and they've just been sitting there. They're all different glitters. So I'm just going to add them and see where we go from there. That looks cool. I don't know if you can see the different, see them like I can, but okay. Nope, I'm going to add this colour to it, if I can open it. This I got from Temu. It's in a set. This is the set. It comes with all different things. It's the first time I've opened it. So, you know, I'm opening these for the first time, these glitters, so get to see what happens. And yes, you can actually put the glitters, if you do it like this, in the oven, because you're only going for like at the max an hour and doing like 130 degrees Celsius, which I think is 275 degrees Fahrenheit. I think. Don't quote me on it. Never quote me on that. I'm still getting used to the idea of different things. But Fahrenheit and me have never been the best of friends. What I might do, however, is this. protection, even though it's got stuff off it. I'll add these to it and roll them up. And again, roll them up. There we are. Okay, what colour now? I'll do the mica powder, I think, later. This is the gold glitter. Okay, so blue with, I might do red. This one, same again, haven't opened this before. And damn, I use a lot of red. Well, it's bluey green, but I'm not the best of colours. Okay. There we go. And this blue, I think I have used this blue before. Yeah, I've used it once before, but I used it, well, then again, I don't know. I honestly couldn't tell you. It's really bad when you don't know. Okay, pull this out. Put this like this and roll it like this. And roll it. And again, going to roll it. And yes, it has taken on other colours, so I might as well do it this way as well. All the extras like that. There we go. It's taken, and that damn yellow. There we go. Now, this, Here we go. Going to open this one. I don't know if I've used this one. Probably have. This is one of those ones that you think you've opened but you don't know. It's such a tiny little amount. My ex and my youngest are having a bit of a conversation with the door open, which is usual. Isn't that cute? Now, this one's going to be one. This is the one that's going to cause me maybe a bit of grief. I don't know. Never use mica powder. Do you know I've got to use this? I don't know how much I'm going to need. So it's just a case of, let's see how much we get out. This is Liquid Sculpty Liquid. It's by Liquid Sculpt, or by Sculpey. It's liquid polymer clay. Got this from Officeworks. This is the lavender one, I think. I think this is the only one I could get. And it's all over my hands. I know you're supposed to wear gloves, but a lot of us don't when we're using this. It's easier to feel the texture. Okay. Okay. Put that like that. Wipe my hands. Baby wipes are great for this. And they help with this at times. Instead of constantly using alcohol. But then again, there are times when you've got to use alcohol. But it does get rid of a lot of it off. Okay. So what colour am I going to put around the outside? I think I'll definitely do the white. This block was, I think, $5 it came up. And it's still going to get some colour on it from my hands and everything. But it doesn't matter. This is called, I think it's called conditioning. Getting prepared, getting it prepared. At least it doesn't stay white, because I really hate white. So sticky. It's so sticky. Okay. Going to go like so, and like so. There's that lot. Now I'm going to go roll it up, add this, roll it up, add this, and then I'm going to roll it up, add this. Now, let's see what happens when I add this to it. Understand, I'm just doing whatever and seeing how it goes. We don't know what the layers are going to come out like. We don't know how it's going to look. It could be junk. It could look really, really nice. We don't know. No one honestly knows, to be honest. So we will find out soon enough. And it's time to start cutting into it. Ah, bloody insects. I know you're supposed to come onto this and do YouTube and have a clear idea of everything you're going to do and how it's supposed to look and all that, but honestly, if that was the case, everyone would know what everything looked like and there'd be no surprises. been no nothing. There'd literally be nothing left in the world for new experiences. No creativity. No going out there and trying to find out. You know, there's no what ifs in the world if you don't experiment. Okay. Gonna do one more this time. Gonna go this way, and this way. I know people would say, oh, why don't you have a bigger rolling pin? But honestly, these are perfect. This is absolutely perfect for what I'm doing. Right, I'll cut a couple of flowers. Look at that. You can see it. It's got multiple layers. Right there. I might do one right here. There you go. Multiple layers. Don't know if you can see the layers. I'll move that over to there. I'll move that back to there. Let's see about square. Do some squares. Oh, look at that. On that side looks like that. On the inside it looks like that, but on the back, I'm not going to do anything to it. On the back, side, or front, back and side. One, one more. Front, side, and back. And yes, it's different layer of thinnnesses. I don't care. This is the same, it's different thicknesses. There's the back, there's the front. didn't even need that. There's front, there's the side, and there's the back. Look at that marbling technique. Absolutely gorgeous. Kai. Two different viewpoints. There's this one. No, I won't do any more of this one, unless I do. I think that side might be nice. Just here. Put a little bit of liquid sculpting. There we go. Connect those two together. So it's like so. So it goes like so, so one goes the opposite way to the other. Let's see what happens when I go like so. I love doing this one. No, I shouldn't do it. Probably people go, oh no, don't do that, don't do that. But if you put these together, because you can't really see the internals of all those lovely glitters and that too often. If you put this like this, go like so. And I should have put this in water first. Doing that and look at the heart. Look at that beautiful heart. Can you see it? There's a pretty set of earrings. Just remember, no two pieces are ever the same. So you can make beautiful keyrings, pendants. You name it. See how this lot's different to the last lot? Same colours, different patterns. Just see the sparkle. This lot. Just see sparkle. I can. Phone may not be able to pick it up, but I can definitely pick it up. Where do you start? That did not work out the best. We'll put that on the side. Try this again. There we go. How lovely is that? Another set of lovely earrings. I don't know if I can get anything from those. Maybe that one. That's maybe on that one. Okay, got it from that one. And oops. hit the light. Oops. Okay, so I've got those two. These things though, you can actually make into, I know it sounds strange, but into rocks to make it look like faux rocks. But don't know if I'm going to do that yet. I do like doing that. Wish that stops doing that. See what I mean? They're different colours each time. See, less purple this time, if you have a look, or if you can see. Why did I do that? It's a lot less purple. More grey, but less purple. There is pink, but it's a light pink. And yes, this video is probably going for more than an hour and a half, but honestly, I don't even know how long it is going. No, it's not. Like, wow. My youngest will be so pleased so far. I haven't gone past that dreaded time frame. What will I use? I might try this one. It's a new set, so I've not used this before. These, I actually bought them just for the use of polymer clay. I might, just so you can see, you've got this, you've got this, got this one and got this one, but I don't know. I think I might have it so it goes like that. So it's two-sided. See? Bloody dog hair. No matter what. Alright. What about I do that and is there a smaller one of those? do I use? Yeah, here we go. Oh, that looks good. There we are. That and that. Nice little pendant. And there we are. Pretty little set of earrings. Way too big. Do I want? Yeah. Might try it again. Might be better on this one. Yep. Okay, so I've got, there we are. Oops. 2 heart earrings. And a heart pendant. If I can get it off my finger. All right. Now, yeah, I might just make these into, well, I could make them into beads. Or just round. It won't be perfectly round, but there we are. Little faux rocks. There we go. Faux rocks. Another. Because they make really nice jewellery as well. You can put them whatever shape you want. If you want them to lay down like that. You can. There you go. Let's make it a bit different because rocks come in all different shapes and sizes. There we are. And here we are. This is all of them that we've made today. The keyrings, the necklaces and the earrings. Well, pendants and the earrings. So these will go into the oven, and I might, depending on what happens, I might in the next couple of days show you how I fix them up. It really depends on how hot it is, because if it's really, really hot, I'm not going to be doing a video while it's really, really hot, unless it's at night, just depending. So yeah, because I don't know how my equipment's going to go, not what the temperature it is, and how it goes at night or during the day. So but I'll try and get a video showing you how I turn these into pendants and keyrings if I can. And yes, some of these will be all odd shaped and like this, but they're homemade and they're different. And if you can do this yourself with your kids, you know, be it teenagers, special needs adults, your little kids, teenage special needs, little kids special needs, do it yourself. Even, you know, if you're feeling, you know, anxious, whatever, if you're an adult, you know, in your 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, if you want to just feel like you need something to do, you need to feel like you want to relax, anything like that, this is a great way to do it. You know, you don't have to paint, you don't have to do resin, you know. It's very much like Play-Doh, but you put it in the oven and it makes things. And you can make this as presents. And it's a great craft. And as you saw, or as you can see, you don't have to have one colour. You can have mixtures of colour. And it makes beautiful colours. And it's so cheap to do. Out of all the crafts that I do, this is one of the cheaper ones. And believe me, it is beautiful feeling on your fingers. You know, it does not cost that much. And you can really, really enjoy yourself. You don't have to have the add-ons. You know, you don't have to put in any of this, or, you know, any of the glitters or the mica powders, the liquid polymer clay. You don't need very much. You know, you saw with these, I didn't use these tools. You know, you can even use, you know, you don't need this. You can just use a little butter knife to cut it. That's so easy to do. You know, just a everyday, you know, you don't need the expensive stuff. You saw this, you can just use a normal everyday rolling pin if you've got one, or just a small jar that you're not using that's empty. Use that. It is so easy, and that would also be great for pushing down. If you're using a cookie cutter that you're not using anymore, that would be good to use to push down on it. You know, just use the lid, turn it on its side, on its head with the lid on it, just push down. Just anything like that. I have arthritis, so I understand how hard it is with the hands at times. So this is a really good one, and it really helps. It's not a hard thing to do. So yeah, it is something if you feel like you really want to do something but you just don't know what to do. This is something you could do. And this here in Australia, all the things that I paid out for, I think for this, just doing this one right now, I think I would have spent $5 just on this clay at the maximum. And I mean at the maximum. In America, it probably would have been cheaper. I don't know about England, but to get these colours and everything, where I got it from, I think I spent maximum $5. So honestly, you are definitely, because you're only using a small amount. And you saw how much I got from each piece. See, I only used the smallest amount of the black. So you've got heaps more that you can use. And you just need to, once you're finished, do like I do. This is a sandwich bag. Chuck them in and just grab when you never even need them. And, you know, this is my large one. This, I think, cost me $8 at Kmart, $5 or $8 at Kmart. And this was the largest lot that I got. But that's all you need to do. Honestly, great presents. They're a great way to just make yourself feel better. If you're feeling alone, or you're feeling like you need to do something, or you're feeling like you just don't know what to do with yourself, this is a great way of doing it. And you can sell them as well. So honestly, think about it, look at it. You know, really, if you feel like this is something you would like to do, do it. It's your choice. But the option is there for you. I don't do anything that I can't afford, and I don't say to people, do things that you can't afford. You know, I'm on a pension, so I do understand that, especially in today's economy. But I am also someone who does therapy, art therapy. So I have to do it for my own self and my own well-being. So I do understand a lot of people go through trauma. A lot of people are going through hard times in things that they've gone through, and I'm going through them myself. And I've been going through them for most of my life. So this helps me as well, dealing with so much. So this is definitely one of your good options. No more about that, but I'll let you go and I will see you on another night. And I hope you have a very good night, and thank you for watching.